Welcome to the first new show for the Cosmic Portal. Um, Ladies, we are being broadcasted on the Cosmic Portal, the 757 Geek Fandom, and of course on YouTube. I want to welcome everyone here to the first show of the Matriarchs of Fandom. And this is where we have, well, I should say, I have gathered some of the most elegant ladies in the fandom. I've met all of you, and I've shared so many good experiences with you. I had to bring you in. We have another matriarch. Sadly, I could not integrate her into the show today. So, Miss Maria, I am sorry, but I will definitely get you in next time. We were supposed to have another matriarch of fandom come in, but unfortunately, she couldn't make it as well. So I am going to introduce you guys, and then you take it away and just give us a little bit about who you are, what you love in the fandom, and I'll move on to the next person, and then we're going to get into some questions about the fandom after we do the introductions. All right. So I am going to start with the person I love to call the First Lady of Fandom, because she has ran the gambit. She has done a lot of conventions, and she's just a little pleasure. I love my Miss Liz, the First Lady of Fandom. Miss Liz, tell everyone about yourself.
Well, I have pretty much met everybody here at least once. I've been in fandom since I was old enough to watch television, basically. I started out in Star Trek, because that was the first show my mother actually let me watch and stay up for. And I went to my first convention in 1972 and have been doing it ever since. And I am basically into just about everything sci-fi. Anything sci-fi I like. That's
All
it.
right.
That's the clip notes.
All right. Our newcomer to the group, Miss Abby, a matriarch of fandom to be assured. She is also my Lego mechanic. She is working on my Millennium Falcon. Ms. Abby, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Big L's wife. Vice president of 757 Geek Fandom. I currently, I'm into Legos. I got Batman Lego. What is it? His cowl thing. I got it for my birthday yesterday. I built it today in about an hour. I like all fandoms, pretty much anything. Maybe not My Little Pony, but pretty much everything else.
All right. And our Klingon guest. For those of you who are wondering if we were going to have some Star Wars, Star Trek, Miss Abby is also into Star Trek, but Miss Patricia is a Klingon aficionado. So, Miss Patricia,
Kaplak.
Kapla. Nugnech. I am Patricia, as it goes. I am also known as Katala in certain Klingon circles. I have been in fandom, or at least Star Trek fandom, since the early 70s. I did start out liking the Federation, but Klingons have chocolate and coffee. What more can you ask for?
so you like the Ractagino, do you?
The Ractagino, the Bud Wine, the Chechaluth.
So we have the wolf saying, "Hi, Miss Liz." All
Hi,
right.
Wolf.
Now I come to Miss Lady Gray, and she is also a council member in the uh, Jedi group that I am in. So, Miss Lady Gray, please.
So I was always the weird little kid who had too much imagination, read anything I could get my hands on. And then in 1977, I conned the babysitter's kids into taking me to Star Wars, and that was pretty much all she wrote. Then along came Harry Potter, and that was just another rabbit hole to go down. And pretty much if it's sci-fi fantasy, I love it. So,
Go Gryffindor.
Hufflepuff.
All right, ladies, we're gonna start this little group thing out about um, with paying homage or homage, I guess I should say, to this woman right here. Um, I remember exactly where I was when I heard the news. I was sitting here putting together some stuff, and I could not believe that we lost another one. Um, one of the great icons, not only for um, diversity, but for the sake of that, you got to see a woman kind of in power. You know what I mean? She was there. She was doing it. Um, I've always loved TOS Star Trek. It's been always one of my favorites, and we've only got 3 of the originals left, and this one was a little tough. So I wanted to talk to you guys all about, has anyone met her at a convention, or I don't know, has a little story about Miss Nichelle Nichols. Anyone? Oh,
You
okay.
know me, sweet Calibus. You know how many times I've told you I've met her.
All right. So
Okay, probably the first time was before, I'd say 1976, and that one was just a cursory type meeting. I really didn't get to, get to know her and really whatnot until I saw her. I think it was 85. And I think it was at the Old Dominion University. And then I met her a couple of times at the Air and Space Museum. I met her down at Dragon Con. I met her down in a couple other places, and she was one super lady, one of the nicest people you ever want to meet, and smart too. And she always had good stories to tell and whatnot. Not as good as Jimmy Doohan, mind you, but that man knew how to tell a tale. But yeah.
all right then.
And I've got buku autographs.
Well, I just wanted to, push that out there because, as you guys are matriarchs of fandom. You have done a lot in the fandom. You've seen a lot in the fandom. And it's just one of those things that, to be kind of blunt, a lot of the fanboy talk is fanboy talk. And we don't really get to hear from real fangirls. And you ladies have been in the trenches. You've been there. You've gone to the conventions. You've fixed costumes or cosplays. Miss Liz has ran through conventions, and it's always it's always nice to have real females that actually know the fandom versus some guy putting up eye candy to get ratings. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you ladies are not beautiful, but you know what I mean. We have a lot of guys out there that just do stuff for ratings. And boom, you have our other lady has joined us.
I made
Yay,
it.
she
Sorry.
made it.
I'm sorry.
Yay.
I
All right,
apologize,
Miss Leanne.
everyone. Hi, Calibus. Hello, ladies. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Hi.
We're just glad you
Glad you
made it.
made it.
Thank you.
Ms. Leanne, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you love in your fandom.
I like listening. Well, really not a specific fandom. I guess as far as like characters and stuff like that. I like listening to people talk about their fandoms, and it's real interesting to find out, little bits and pieces of movies or shows that I do get to see, and then I get to talk to others or listen to others, and then put them all together to know what that is. But I know a lot about wrestling. I can talk about wrestling. It really just comedy. I love comedy. I can talk Jersey Shore, but really it doesn't matter anything. I do enjoy listening. So thanks for letting me in, and thanks for letting me be a part of this. Appreciate it.
Definitely. So you have Big L say hi, little L.
Oh, hey. Hey, Vito.
We have of course we have Jedi Joe saying happy birthday to Miss Abby.
Oh, happy birthday, Abby.
So
Thank you.
we just got to talking about the death of Lieutenant Uhura, Michelle Nichols. It's it's another sad day, especially in Trekdom. We lost another icon, and we've only got 3 of the originals left. And sadly, they kind of all hate each other, which I still don't understand. But they can't be like the Next Generation crew that seems to love each other, and every time they're all in California, they get together and have lunch, which is beyond me. But let's talk about your guys' favorite fandoms, and some of course, this is the Matriarchs of Fandom. So let's talk about some female heroes in the fandoms. Now, you do not. It doesn't matter. Okay, whatever fandom. It can be wrestling. It can be anything that you want. I want to know your favorite female, and then we're just going to talk straight fandom. But let me get your favorite female in the fandom. And I'm going to start with Miss Abby.
Ooh, my favorite female in a fandom has got to be Baroness from G.I. Joe, only because my older brothers, it was the only one they ever let me play with.
Oh,
Well, that's pretty cool though. I never would have picked you for a G.I. Joe fan.
Yeah.
All right, little L, your favorite female.
probably like the 80s Wonder Woman. I always wanted to have her costume when I was younger, but I wasn't allowed. So that don't mean that, that's out of the question now that I'm a little older. So I liked her.
I can agree with little L, and I have also met her on more than one occasion. She's a super lady, very strong lady, and she's just a nice person all the way around. And I would agree, she's one of the top 10.
So we have Miss Harley V, Miss Vanessa Townsend saying hello.
Hi, Vanessa.
All right, Lady Gray, give me your female.
That's hard. I think I'll have to go with Princess Leia just because she still managed to look fabulous but kick butt. And that just, that really, meant something to me. It made an impression. You can look fabulous and still show the boys who's boss.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah, I like that.
Well said. Our Klingon lady.
I would have to say Kalar. She was an ambassador. She helped Picard with the Jajuk after Kempek was killed. A very fierce, noble, proud lady.
Okay. All right. First lady of fandom.
Well, I've been in this for quite a while, so I have several. But growing up, I'd say Nichelle Nichols and Nurse Chapel. As far as when growing up, because I think they were super ladies. And I also loved Erin Gray growing up because, like she said, Erin Gray looked great, beautiful, and she could kick some butt. And then, of course, I'd have to go with Yvonne Craig, Batgirl.
Nice.
And then that's for the old stuff. I
Nice.
really don't really. Let me see. Do I have anybody in the modern age? Oh, Carter from SG1, and oh God, my brain just went blank. But she was in Babylon 5, and she kicked some butt too. A couple of the ladies in Babylon 5 were kicking.
Ivanova something.
Yeah, Ivanova. A couple of ladies in Babylon 5 knew how to throw their weight around, if you know what I mean. Oh, Delenn.
I think for me, not as a young guy growing up, my earliest memories of anything was back in 1966. So Batgirl was, I guess, the first real thing that I was exposed to as a young man or young boy, I should say. And I you know what I mean? And from there it went to Wonder Woman. And then of course when my father introduced me to Star Trek, I saw Lieutenant Uhura, and that blew my mind, seeing her on the bridge like that and always having that little thing in her ear and the little mini skirt. So yeah, I get you. All right, ladies. It's time to let's talk some fandom. We hear it all the time from the like I said, from the male point of view. Let's talk your favorite fandoms. Little L, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
Your favorite fandom.
Why are you going to pick me first? And I told you I don't have a fandom. I like listening to them.
Okay, well, look, I know you're a big wrestling fan, and this is why I chose you, because you and I have a person in common that has been on one of my favorite shows.
Oh yeah.
And everybody's wondering if she's coming back. So I know wrestling is a big thing for you. Who's your favorite wrestler
of all time? The Rock, of course, old school Rock, and up until now. Just coming out. I like The Rock. I like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Shawn Michaels, Edge, like older. Right now, I mean, I'm kind of I'll follow it, but it's just not the same as it was a long time ago.
The aggression era. That's when it was yeah.
I like going to the independent wrestling matches that they have, like at the Masonic temples or at the conference centers. Those are pretty fun because you'll see some older guys from back in the day there. And I don't know, I just grew up on it and I liked it and I like talking about it. But like when you were talking about the female fandoms, I like I was going to say the Incredible Hulk or somebody like, I always liked the guys that was the villains. It was hard to pick a girl, so.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, Miss Abby.
Oh, couldn't get it to unmute. I don't know that I have an absolute favorite fandom. I liked Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm kind of into that right at the moment, but I like a lot of everything. I like Lilo and Stitch. I like Joker. Not really a Batman fan, but I love Joker. So I like villains a lot. Mostly the bad guys. Just in general. I don't know. Most of my collection is bad guys.
Okay.
Well, she likes Spike.
Spike. I love
Spike.
That's very interesting. So now we have a female well, I should say a lady of fandom that is really villains. We have our wrestling queen, our villain queen, and I've got either my Harry Potter or Jedi and my Klingon lady, and then of course there's Miss Liz that encompasses most of this stuff that's going on here. So, Miss Patricia, your favorite fandom? As if we didn't know.
Well, it's Star Trek, and if I had to pick a male from the Star Trek, would be Martok to go along with Kalar.
Okay.
Martok's cool.
Yeah. Miss Lady Gray.
The toss up between Harry Potter and Star Wars, you know that. Like Miss Abby said, I've always had a weak spot for the villains. When I was a kid, Darth Vader fascinated me. Harry Potter, I love Draco. I like the complex characters and of the villains. So, you know.
That explains the Kylo Ren.
Yeah, and I have a slight obsession with Kylo Ren.
And Abby's just shaking her head. Yeah, okay. All right, Miss Liz. I know it's going to be hard, but I need your favorite fandom.
Well, I'm going to have to go with my beginning, Star Trek, because that's my beginning. That's what got me started in sci-fi. And then I go to the other spectrum, and I'd have to be Harry Potter. You know, as far as the spectrums are concerned. And then everything in between. And you know what I like, because you've heard it. But Star Trek's what started me, and I suppose Star Trek will always be part of me. And if we're going to go Harry Potter, I'm going to have to go Snape. I love Snape because I love the actor. And Hagrid, you know.
Okay, ladies.
If we're going to go Star Trek, I'm going to have to go with Spock.
I'm not going to get in that with you with Spock, you and your Spock fetish. All right, ladies. Recently, I don't know if any of you've seen this, but the new Predator movie came out.
Not seen it.
It's on Hulu. And it had this young native woman taking on, of course, the Predator. And a lot of people were afraid it was going to be too woke. You know, you had, a lot of people with issues for it and da 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 da. How do you feel about the female representation that you're getting now versus back then when it was mainly, the damsel in distress, although we did have, say, comic book superheroes, I couldn't remember a real strong woman lead until Alien. I mean, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but every time that there was a woman involved in a storyline, she was either the love interest or she was the one who got killed. And then comes Ripley. And that kind of changes the game, so to speak. But now, a lot of the stories that we're getting now, we have a strong woman presence throughout the story. We have usually a well-rounded female lead. What is your take on how things are going today? And I'm going to start with Miss Patricia.
Well, it's good to empower the younger females to let them know that science is a field one can step into. You can reach for the stars. You can be a strong female and still have a nurturing side to you. But you can always kick butt when you need to.
Right. Okay. I can buy that. Little L?
Yes.
I know you noticed it now that, we have a lot of more females taking the lead. What is your thoughts on the women characters that are coming out today in the movies, their presence?
I guess I think that's good for women to be able to have that lead role in a movie or a show or a series that could take, over a different position from somebody else, but that's either male. But I guess it really doesn't matter to me if it's it has to be a female or it has to be a male. Depending on the show, the movie, or the series, that's something that, if they're good at their part or good at their role, depending on what it is, then I'm fine with a male or a female. I think it's great, or I think it's, like she said, it was empowering, and, that because, years ago it wasn't like that. You would have like the either the girlfriend or the love story that's in one of those type movies or something like that. And then the girl became a little bit popular because she was cute or what she had on or what she was dressed as. But being like a lead villain, it's pretty badass. I mean, depending, like I said, on the movie, the show, or the series. So that's my thoughts.
All right. No, that's perfect. I've always said that I've always liked in some of the animes that I watch. My favorite is called The Dirty Pair, the older version. And it was these two ladies that worked for this agencies that cleaned up messes. They would go to a planet and they were authorized to use lethal force or whatever else. But somehow, whenever they got involved, whatever they were doing would either cause big explosions or level a few city blocks or whatever it was. So they called them the Dirty Pair every time that people saw them. And I went to my first convention and I saw it and I lost my mind. I couldn't believe it because the cartoons we had nothing on this. You know what I mean? I got two girls with guns blowing robots and people, and blew my mind. And now when I see this shift, I watched the Predator movie, and a couple of my friends were telling me how great it was, and I was like, okay. My only thing is I don't like anything that's pushed too much to where it downplays everybody else but that one character. You know what I mean? Although this little Indian girl was sliding through logs, and she had a hatchet that she tied a rope to. She was slinging it out and snatching it back in her hand, and that image stuck with me. How powerful that was, as they are running the camera through the woods with her, and she's sliding under stuff, running and jumping, and I mean, it was very it had that action feel to it. You know what I mean? And I mean, and she was deadly with that hatchet. So it was great to see that. Like you said, it was very empowering. It was very nice to see a lady in that position without her always being the mother or the eye candy of the film. You know what I mean? So, Lady Abby, your thoughts on the females being front and center?
My only complaint with that is everyone that they put front and center, none of them are moms. None of them have families. They did. I mean, Iron Man had, he had a girlfriend, a wife, a child. They had, Arrow has a family. All of these men that they have, inevitably, it's a strong man, but he still has a family. They never show the females with any kind of, if they're the lead female, they can't have a family. And that always just kind of, that bothers me still, that they can't do both. Like, they never show anyone doing both. I mean, who is it? Hawkeye's got like 4 kids. He's got like a wife and 4 kids, but if to be a lead female, you still can't have a family. Like, there's no family there. And I don't know why they can't just show somebody that has both.
You know what? I just thought about it, and you're right. Every single one.
Black Widow.
These ladies are mothers like that. You're right.
Black Widow is sterilized. They said that in the movie that she can't have kids. They said Wonder Woman can't have kids for whatever reason, that she couldn't have kids. It's always something on some reason why, they're a great superhero, but they can't have a family, they can't have kids. They're not in a relationship, they don't have kids, they don't get attached to people. It just, that blows my mind that they can't do both.
And man, and now that I think about it, they killed off Steve Trevor. And they brought him in, he still had, yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh.
Abby has got a serious point.
Yes, he does.
I mean, every single major,
and even
Buffy the Vampire Slayer never got to have a commitment. Janeway,
well, she did have
Wonder
that
Woman, Aaron Gray, all of them. None of them have.
Right. Nothing long lasting.
There's the sequel trilogy. They killed off Kylo Ren, so said Rey couldn't have somebody.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now that you're talking, Lady Great, go ahead. You're right.
No, I actually got an argument with a couple people on Twitter, which is why I don't go on Twitter anymore. But Rey doesn't need a man. No, she doesn't need a man, but all the male heroes get to have love. Why? Just because she's female, doesn't she deserve love as well? Abby's 100% right. To me, that makes the female character very flat, that she's not allowed to have these feelings. So, if you're going to have a female hero, make her well written and well rounded.
Wow. Okay. You guys
I mean, even Princess Leia, they were split up because, you know, Kylo ran off, you know, Ben ran off, and they split. So she wasn't even allowed to keep her loving husband and deal with the tragedy of losing their son together. Yep. She had to do that alone, because if not, she wouldn't be powerful.
She wouldn't be the senator.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm getting like a lot of comments here. Diana from V had a daughter in the remake, correct?
Oh.
But again, didn't the daughter turn on her mother?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? And of course, Leia had a son. Yeah, but again, look what happened to the son. So not kind of what we were talking about there. Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street was a mother. That was later in the series. But then there was no father in the picture either, though, right? So we don't really yeah, that's kind of sad. I mean, it's wow. Okay, so
yeah, because let me see. Major Carter from SG1, she never had an attachment. Ivanova never had an attachment. I mean, she had a couple of boyfriends, you know, but she never had a, you know,
but it never ends well, does it? It never. And now that I think about it, it just doesn't end well for these ladies. They don't have, like you said, they don't have. You know, the man at the end of the movie, he's blown up whatever, and he's walking away with the girl under his arm or whatever else, or he did it for his family to save his wife and kids. But the woman does not have any of that. Wow. Okay.
Oh, and Sandra Bullock got to keep Keanu Reeves for a little while. Then they split. You know. Come to think of it.
Yeah, but you know, Abby she just kind of ripped a lot of wow.
She hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, I'll have to rethink a little bit of my storyline stuff when I write my book.
I think that's why I like the cartoons, because at least Jack and Sally end up together. I mean, at least she ends up with somebody, because she's a strong character in that movie, but at least she ended up with him. So, I mean, but no.
Man, I'm just, you know, you put out a huge point that even got me kind of stumped there. We got Marky Mark.
Oh, yeah.
99 on Get Smart.
Oh, yeah, they got married.
And had a child.
Kids.
Not a lead character in that show.
Not a lead character, though.
Not a lead character in that show.
Oh, man, but that's just, God, I really hate that you kind of, now even in the Predator movie, that poor girl, she was supposed to, I guess, get married, and her father kept saying that, you know, we're getting old, you'll have to take care of us. At the end of it, you know, she doesn't get her family. And now we have Big L.
See, the only Marky Mark I know is New Kids on the Block. That's the only Marky Mark I know who that is.
Even in wrestling, a female promoter doesn't get to show male parts. Like, oh, okay, Big L. True. Okay. All right. Man. So this is getting a little bit deeper than I initially planned to get.
What Big L say?
Again, ladies, what I wanted to do was to get a chance to talk with you, bring you all together, and get a female point of view in the fandom. 9 times out of 10, it's always about the men, and then we got something from Big L right here again. Seth gets to talk about Becky, but Becky can't talk about Seth and their marriage. Oh.
Becky can't talk.
Okay. All right.
That's true.
Yeah, believe me, you guys are giving me more insight, and this is what I wanted. I wanted to get um, some veterans who actually knew the fandom, not that crazy stuff that I see all the time on TV where there's this young lady they pushed up at the camera and you can tell she knows nothing about what she's talking about, but she's just talking. And it drives me crazy. So here I have real good knowledge, I have a real good insight, and I'm hoping that everyone else has enjoyed what we have been talking about today. But this was more or less just an introduction. And then, of course, Abby comes out the box.
Yay, Abby!
Making me kind of question a lot of my fandom now. I'm kind of like, wow, well, why doesn't she have a husband? What's going on here? Ladies, if you would love to do this again, I would love to set this up for you. Again, this is your show. You are the matriarchs of fandom. As soon as we can come up with a nice little design, I'll get some t-shirts made, and we can see about making sure that you guys get some shirts so you can promote your own show and put it out there. You know what I mean? Because this show would not have been possible without you. And we have Jedi Joe saying, great show, lady.
Hey, Joe. See you tomorrow, Joe.
We have Big L and Jedi Joe from the 757 Geek Fandoms. They will be doing the round table tomorrow at 8:30. Again, ladies, you got Marky Mark saying it was awesome.
Oh, that's somebody you're talking about. Like the
Yep.
Marky Mark. I thought you meant Marky Mark from
And the Funky Bunch.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Marky Mark.
Look, Ms. Leanne, we got to get you on a cantina show one night where we can all just sit around
Okay.
drinking our drinks and talking our mess.
Do y'all still do that? Like with the round, like on the other page, like
Yes,
the happy
we still
hour?
do that. We still
We
do
haven't
that,
done that
and we have
since
another channel we do it
2020.
on.
Okay, Liz said you haven't done it since 2020. I haven't seen it. That was fun.
Well, we're gonna get it back together again. We're really fine tuning everything. This is the first real show of the Cosmic Portal. I haven't really put out a show in a while on the Cosmic Portal, but I wanted to do it right. And then, of course, with the passing of Lieutenant Uhura, I was kind of like, this is the time. This is the time to push it out there to get and Mark's laughing because he knows we're talking about him. This was the time to push it out there because, again, I got to actually I've met Abby a few times, but I actually got to really get to know her and Big L and everything else. And, of course, me and
Yeah, they're really nice.
Patricia, and, of course, Miss Liz. Got to have my Miss Liz. And of Lady Gray, who is also in another Star Wars group of mine. You guys were the best that I knew that could pull something like this off. And we do have Miss Maria again. Miss Maria, I apologize. I will definitely fix the connection to get you into the show. So, ladies, if you want to do it again, we can do it every month if you like.
Look at the Kahlua. She's got Kahlua.
I got some Lambrusca.
Oh, I thought it looked like Kahlua.
That's a little too sweet for me, Liz.
I thought it was Kahlua.
I need a little harder than that, Liz. I've had a rough few weeks.
Well, I just had a rough couple of days, but I drank wine instead.
that is the one.
So, ladies, if you want to do it again next month, we can do it again next month. Just let me know when you guys are available, and we can get another show out.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right then.
Oh, puppy!
I like Wilson.
Oh my God, she's got 3 puppies back there.
You gonna get Wilson?
Speaking of puppies, is Reggie outside? All right.
Well, all right, ladies. So I hope you
Can you
enjoyed
tell
the
we
show.
love our pets?
Yeah.
I had to find out where my pet was at. Reggie's around here somewhere. He's out in the yard chilling.
Yeah, mine's hanging out.
He'll come back.
Over here watching us.
Both my four-leggers and tails are around here.
So next month, if you guys want to do it again, we'll do it again. If you guys want to do it every couple of weeks, you know what I mean? It's totally on
whenever
you.
Whenever you can get it together.
Sounds good.
And you guys can either give me some topics or I can just throw some topics at you. And I must say that I am very impressed and I am very pleased that you guys all accepted the invitation. Please don't let this die. This is your platform. This is for you. That's why I'm in silhouette. I may be the one asking the questions, but this is your show. I want to thank you all, and I want you to have a great night.
See you guys tomorrow. Whoever's going to be at the round table.
Bye.
Good night,
Bye,
ladies.
everybody.
Thank you,